Chuck.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Genocide in the name of the Lord. That's what Columbus was thinking when he came from abroad. Like Moses who fled from Egypt, killed the man and handed the son of none the promise to pillage land. Women and children, the weak and innocent, tossed the babies with the holy bathwater. Villainous, the illest serial killer, consider this. You witnessing complicity, wickedness with every claim scripture is divinity. Your fickleness and matters of discernment are ridiculous. Fuck out of here. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But who plotted to slay Moshe on the hill? For real, Zipporah took a stone to her son. Whatever demon you worship was pleased by the blood. Sacrifice for passage, torn flesh ritual. Take a look at yourself, crazy with a mirror do. Slavery and infancy, this what you consider truth? Any loving mother I know could never ever harm a child to spare a man's flesh or soul. And Jesus spit balls about slaves, how they should behave and cover debts with their wage. Deranged, you think if he saw the pain of a slave he would say, hey, this is not the way. Christ means anointed, it never was a name. Christos, a Greek word, the title it became long before the Yeshu was lost to the J. The way, the path of the righteous, life eternal. The faith, breaking of the curse of the inferno. Let us pray and resurrect the Christ that's internal. The way, the way, the way, the way, the way, the path of the righteous, life eternal. The faith, breaking of the curse of the inferno. Let us pray and resurrect the Christ that's internal. The way, the way, the way. The epistles predate the gospels. The gospels were anonymous. Church fathers arbitrarily applied authorship. Mark was the original. The ending was interpolated. This was done to falsely show that Matthew was corroborated. Revelation 22:19 promises plagues if any man shall add unto these things. The way, the path of the righteous, life eternal. The faith, the breaking of the curse of the inferno. Let us pray. Pray. Saul was a fraud, his vision was hearsay. Acts verse Galatians, the lies are clear as day. By his own admission, murdered those of the way. In Romans 13:1, see his hand at play, claiming slave trade and government divinely ordained. 3:7, a license to lie, divine deception. Exodus 20:16 provides correction, reflection. Yeshua said he came to fulfill law. Paul told the Romans in chapter 6 it was no more. All in vanity, this I call insanity. Do you follow Christ or do you practice Paulianity? The way, the path of the righteous, life eternal. The faith, the breaking of the curse of the inferno. Let us pray and resurrect the Christ that's internal. The way, the way, the way, the way, the way, the path of the righteous, life eternal. The faith, the breaking of the curse of the inferno. Let us pray and resurrect the Christ that's internal. The way, the way, the way, the way, the way, the way.
Tommy Rogers, what's going on, brother? Top of the AM. So what you know, you see the day the Axis was up here, right? Oops. And he got mad because I said, do you ever shut the fuck up, right? But he spent almost a whole hour shitting on everybody in my comment section. I mean, in and he always talking about respect. But when I used to go to his channel, I never disrespected people like that. But and then he makes it really don't even matter. But the point is, people think they could take advantage over here because I'm quiet and I try to be neutral. But what's up, Three Fingers? I mean, what do you expect when a guy's cracking a fifth of fucking whiskey at 7 a.m.? I'm no Satanist. I don't know what a 30-day blood ritual is, and neither do I give a fuck. Two want to know. What's up, Marcel? So I had to tell him, you ever shut the fuck up? But I'm the bad guy for saying that. That's all right. It was like putting a cross up to a vampire. Axis could be a good person, man, but he chooses to just do what he does, man. So whatever. I'm kissing no one's ass. Oops. Did I show these pictures that what's his name found? Jay Dreamers. That dude's awesome, man. However he found this, man. This is the dome in the Washington Capitol, right? And if you look closer, you could once you see it, you could just see it now. But if you change the contrast a little bit, what does that look like? Bing bong. And then when you line it up, you get bing bong. So to all these people who be like, man, flat earthers are dumb, bro. They're just mad because they're bally popped. Well, not necessarily, but I mean, they must have paid Jared quite a bit of money, man, for him to turn his back like that. Because he's making himself look like a jerk. But I don't think he cares because of the money. He probably got offered a couple mil. Just like, remember Joe Rogan at one point was calling out the moon landings and stuff? And then he was like, I'll lie to my own mother if they gave me mills. And next thing you know, bing dong. He's lying to his own mother. Me, I'm a jerk. I wouldn't say what I would do, but people should have an idea what I would do. I'm getting that money. But I'm also going to be like, look what they did. Anyway, who cares? That wouldn't happen. What's this? I forgot. Oh, this is the Washington. Is this? Yeah, this is in Washington right here. That's interesting. Now it makes me wonder about the other capitals. Look at this architecture. And don't be fooled by this guy talking about frequencies. I'm still waiting for the day he actually uses these frequencies. Remember, he said that to Dean. And Dean was like, go ahead, do it. Right? Called him out. That was funny that day. He's like, let's see it, Dean. Dean's funny, man. Do it. A good day from the Netherlands. Okay, I'm like, what's that now? Yeah, it's finally nice here. Finally. Got a nice day. It's like 80 something, but it's windy, so it's nice. It's perfect. Hi. Oh no. Alright, I I got to figure out how am I going to send some of these pictures to my phone. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to send some pictures to my phone here. So then we can look at some pictures. God damn it. I'll drop the link in a minute if anyone would like to come up. I doubt, but I'll drop it anyway. And another thing, he was talking all that shit about fucking True Zone. But we'll see. When True Zone's around, we'll see. I bet you he won't say nothing. Yeah. I think LA is going to be the beginning of a war, man. That's just my opinion. Now, I was right when I said all these healthy people that were coming across the border, well, this is what it was for. I think the government is in. Oh, come on, dude. What the fuck? How are we going to do this game, huh? You fucking kidding me, dude? I don't know why this does this, but it does. Alright, now I'm gonna try this again. Where did I leave off here? Yo, what the fuck, dude? Yo, this ain't right, dude. Like, dude, what's going on here, dude? All right, let's see. Oops. All right, let's drop this stinky linky. Was that the... No, it's this other episode, but I'm going to drop it later today. You know why? I'm just gonna let people be fools and expose themselves. You know, like I said, in that I don't go to people's platforms and disrespect, but they love to come here and fucking disrespect. He was talking shit about everybody, man. I just had enough. Now, he always got something to say about everyone. Like everyone that was here, he had something to say about him. It's like, yo, grow up. Acting like a child, man, a drunk child. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm not going to keep bringing them up because that's not what this is about. But, hold on. My bad. Oh, three fingers. Sorry about that. I had to upload some pictures. He always boots me out when I'm trying to get pictures. Maybe Three Fingers stepped away.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
I'm getting an echo from you.
Oh, yeah? Hold on. That ain't good. Hold on. How about now?
Sounds better. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The echo's coming from me, I guess.
See what happens. All right. Maybe this will work. Here we go.
I got a delay on my side.
Let me go out and come back.
I should go out and come back too.
This should work. Let me make sure. All right. Anyway.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hey, you sound good.
Yeah, I was trying out a new set of headphones and I couldn't figure them out.
Yeah, that's true, Marcel. Yeah, there's kind of like a low interference. I don't know if it's the wind or you outside. There you go. That's the sound right there. I don't know. But it's not that big of a deal. You see how this magnet is making ripple effects when they hit it? I think the whole Earth, the whole entire Earth is on the constant vibration. Anyone ever watch Jay Dreamers? I know some people have that come here.
Yeah, I watch them.
So many I hear the echo now. Fuck, man. Yeah, there's a lot of interference. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's your headphones. You guys hear that in the chat? Yeah, but I feel like he was talking on. What is that? Hold on, I gotta mute that. I don't know what that is, Three Fingers, but there's a lot of interference. It was just pissing me off because he was only targeting people in the chat and egging them on just to cause problems. As soon as I told him to shut the fuck up, he tried to make it like I'm the bad guy. See, I think people test me, man, because, you know, they try to break me or get me to get upset. But in reality, the only thing that bothered me was he was doing it like a bully to disrespect people. You know, people like to dish out, but when people dish it back, a lot of people get mad and they can't take it. So all the talking, I ain't really with a lot of talking. I mean, I don't get shit out of arguing and talking. It's just, there's no point. It's a waste of my fucking time and energy. Sorry, Three Fingers. I didn't mute you to be rude, but there was interference. Maybe you should try it without this headphones, Three Fingers, if you still could hear this. If you don't believe me, ask Marcel or someone in the chat. It was making like a whoosh, 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 real loud. I don't know why that happens a lot with my streams. Like, there's always like interferences and stuff. Sometimes I wonder, man. What's good? What's up, Zone?
I see you that text. Let me hop up for like a few seconds. Yeah, I got to drive like almost 2 hours away from my daughter's game, bro. So I'm gonna figure out how many things real quick.
Did you happen to catch the live the other day?
No, what happened?
Oh, okay.
What happened?
I'll send you a link to it. I guess somebody, I don't know. People always have something to say about somebody when they're not there.
What happened?
But I bet you, when you're here, nothing will be said.
Somebody said something about you?
You.
Who was it?
You know, the guy. I'll send you the link to the live stream. You'll figure it out. I really don't want to say his name, but.
Who was it? I already know that.
Huh? No.
Access Red Blood?
Yeah.
I ain't worried about him. Fuck that weirdo.
But he's got beef with everyone that comes here. He has something to say about everyone.
Yeah, I already know.
Ridiculous. I think people, like, I'm not saying you, but other people do it on purpose. I don't know if it's jealousy or hatred or what it is towards me.
I haven't talked to Access Red Blood in a long time, bro. I haven't seen him in a long time. Me and London Man had words yesterday, but I felt like we should be all right, bro. I
don't know what's up with him.
I just don't want to agree with some of that stuff he's talking about on this. He came to my town yesterday. You know, it's not personal, bro, but you know what I do about it. You know how it goes. I didn't catch a lot, though. You know, I guess these guys, they want everybody to think the same, bro. They have a cult-like mentality. They want everybody to think the same. If you don't think like them, fuck you.
People drink alcohol, man. They don't know how to act. I remember when we were younger, we would drink and smoke, and you know, I hated people that couldn't handle their shit, man. That would act a fool. Even though I have a few times in my life, but you know, there's people that, I don't know. He was it was like fucking what was it? I don't think anyone in the chat was. Yeah, Marcel was here, but I ain't trying to involve Marcel. But it was like fucking 7 a.m. and this dude's guzzling whiskey. I'm like, God damn. Anyway, I just, you know, I was just saying, I guarantee you none of that would have been said if you were here. But like you said, fuck it ain't even worth wasting your energy on that shit. But anyway, it's getting nice out, man. I know you're getting mad jobs. I know them jobs are lining up, man. It's 90 degrees outside.
I've been busy as hell, bro. I got a house I gotta do tomorrow. But give me like 5 minutes, bro. Give me like 5 minutes, dog. I'll be ready.
All right. I picked up some game from the Rizzo, everyone. What up, Sonny? What up, Yahweh? So the Rizzo, I learned that he took money right? He invested into, put into the bank. He LLC'd or did all that with his company, the Wu-Tang Records, and he started his own label, which was very intelligent of him. So I'm thinking, fuck it. I'm going to copyright my shit. I'm going to put up a couple G's and get it. Because it ain't that much money, man. It's only like 3 G's probably to get a... However it's done, I have some people and a lawyer that'll help me out with that. But, yeah, I think I'm going to do it, man. And then whoever's featured on tracks. But then at that point, I can't use no more. I'm going to use all homemade beats, man. I'm not using no more fucking instrumentals that like the Alchemist puts out. Because that shit's all copyrighted at the end of the day. And it's kind of smart to do it. I'm not hating on them. You know, they put their work out there, and if someone uses the beat, they could hit big, man. Especially if you use the master copy, they're gonna hit you the hardest. They'll damn near own that entire song. But you could mimic their beat, and then they only get a small percentage. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I hear. But fuck all that. I want to have everything, from the beats to my lyrics. Like, I just found out Cameron wrote a verse for Lil C's in that Lil Kim song. Like, there's a lot of ghostwriters out there. But yeah, I'm about ready to lay down my verse today, my second verse for this track I'm working on. People get it misconstrued, man. Like, if you want, you know, to build a company and stuff, America's the best country to be in. I love the country. I love the people. But I don't like the piece of shit government. Or certain CEOs of certain pharma-induced corporations that poison everyone. You know, and for people that want to turn their cheek and forgive, and that's fine, man. I'm not hating on that. Everyone ain't meant to be a warrior. Well, there's different types of warriors, but yeah, everyone isn't meant to be a warrior. Some people are meant to sow genes. Watch out, Marcel said, nothing wrong with securing your own music. Yeah, I know. Man, I want to start getting serious. Like, I see Sir Drop, man. He's been dropping some heat lately on his short videos, and I look at it as motivation for me. Because sometimes I lack my own motivation. Oh yeah, let's get back to these. I'm gonna go over some pictures. I forgot what this picture is. That reminds me of like the Firmament Dome, right? You got the sun and moon. You got Polaris. I don't know where that came from. I forgot. Just like this one. the yin and yang. You got I always forget the name of that fucker right there, the monkey head snake. Fuck.
Yo. Also, bro.
I forgot the name of that monkey head snake, man. That's fuck. I can't believe I can't remember that, yo. It's such a simple.
Yeah, brain fart, man. Listen, bro. That's why I had a disagreement with London Man yesterday on my panel because he was conveying to me. He was conveying to the panel because his hypothesis is that he thinks that it's crystalline material on the moon. But I gave him pushback. I said, bro, how can you prove that there's crystalline material on the moon if you never been there and the scientists that you get your information from has never been there? So that's unprovable. It's just at that point it would just be a concept. He said, no. I said, it's a reflection of us. So no, I said, no, even then, bro, that would still be just a concept. Unprovable. You know, I'm gonna start giving. I'm gonna start giving y'all guys pushback, bro. Because a lot of that shit. He said,
"Well, look at I always forget the dude's name, man. he has an actual moon map where he fit the continent into. I always forget his name. What's his name, Marcel? I always forget the dude's name, man. I can't believe the guy that has the moon map.
These guys want to sound extra conscious. These guys want to be all. He's talking about the cool and the cool. I said, bro, I already knew about that. I said, one of my old subscribers, I said, me and Jackie used to talk about that shit. I said, I already knew about all this stuff, bro. I said, you're not telling me that. Y'all not telling me anything new, bro. I don't heard it all. But you know, much respect to London, man. You know, keep doing what you're doing on your channel, bro. I'm just saying, bro, that everybody's not gonna agree on everything, bro. And some things just sound too. It just don't make sense because nobody's ever been to the moon, bro. So how can anyone know what's on the moon?
London Man says we are the moon, and the moon is a picture taken. It could be. It could be.
He said we are the moon, but even then, how can you say if we are the moon, that means we will be synonymous. We will look just like the moon, right? If we are the moon, right? If we are synonymous, let's just say, okay, if we are synonymous with the moon, wouldn't motherfuckers be walking around looking like the moon, man? Come on, bro. That's why I tried to tell him yesterday. He's like, no, you switching up. You're sometime. I said, no, bro. I said, over time, people's perception of things changes. I said, that's the part of evolving on a mental level.
Yeah, when you disagree, they say you're switching up, or
no,
it's wild just because you disagree.
I tried to articulate that to him. I was like, bro, just because I was talking one way last month, and this month I might look at that as pseudo now, because people's perceptions of reality, people's perceptions on everything can change over a matter of time. That's the part of evolving on a conscious level, on an intellectual level, even with your studies. I said, scientists that be studying shit, they be studying rocks over 20 years. They're not going to have the same hypothesis over the 20 years. Their hypothesis changes over time, right? Not the same. I feel like sometimes we get stagnant, we get comfortable in what we know, and then that's what keeps you inside of the box. And then at that point, nobody else can come along and try to, pique your interest on anything else. You're stuck on this one thing, and that's like a cult mentality. You can't question me. What I say is right, and it goes. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell is going on here?
Somebody said the moon reflects Earth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Trying to find that guy's name, man. I always forget his fucking name.
Yeah, he's one of the
first people that I seen map the moon.
Right, he said that. I said that we live inside of a cosmic womb. Yeah, I said that last month. I said, but over time, my hypothesis might change. Now I might feel like we live inside of a pizza box. I don't know what, and the thing is, I don't know where we live at. I would never try to come out here and say what exactly where we live at because I just don't know. I don't have the resources or the tools to even come to the conclusion. I just don't know. Nobody knows. If somebody did know, we would all know right now.
Let me see. See, people take this guy's work and they don't put his name on anything, man. I think that's wild to me. God damn it. His name is, I'll find his name. Anyone know his name? Remember the guy that mapped out the moon? He has a fucking YouTube channel. Vibes of Cosmos. Yes, that was close. I'm like, Cosmos? I always forget his name. I'm terrible. Vibes of Cosmos. Yes, he's one of the first people I've seen do the moon map. Thank you, Marcel. And that guy too, Yup, I remember him. Yup. I think he might have done it before Vibes of Cosmos. But yeah, I remember him too. Yup, and I don't know what happened to his channel. They sniped it or something. I don't know. I don't see why, but yeah, Vibes. See, people are taking Vibes of Cosmos stuff. Like these pictures. This from Vibes of Cosmos, and they're not giving the guy credit, man. They're taking his shit, and people are posting it in their name, and they're not saying, "Well, this is Vibes of Cosmos' work." You know. And I see why people get pissed, and don't. Some people don't. Me, whatever. I mean, if you put I can understand Vibes of Cosmos. It probably took them a lot of work, a lot of time to put all this together. And your time, you can't get back. So I understand, people wanting money for their hard work. It's just what it is. People can't get mad. Who knows how long it took them to map all this out and to figure it out. And then you got this one. I don't know who did this one. But a lot of good creativity goes into this stuff. Probably a lot of moon gazing in order to think about, to put that together. A whole lot of moon gazing, but it's pretty interesting. Makes me wonder. The moon is very mysterious. And I wouldn't doubt the sun is one of those little metal balls. Like a wireless Tesla. Dude, I got this kid and one pack of basketball cards I bought. It was a $10 pack. That's fucking insane. I never thought I'd pay $10 for a pack of fucking cards. But anyway, I got one kid from Bristol, Connecticut who plays in the NBA. Bristol, Connecticut is the same place Aaron Hernandez is from. It's next to where I live, one town over. Actually, they were our rivals in high school. And I was shocked because he got 2 titles with UConn, which is very interesting. I'm going to see if I could get his autograph. Because there's not many fucking people. Like Tabucky Jones, played with the Patriots. Aaron Hernandez, both from Connecticut. It's rare that Connecticut gets anyone. Marcus Camby was from Hartford. And there was somebody else I just found out was from Hartford. It was real crazy. I was like, no. I don't know. And then another rookie, he got one. He was with the last UConn team. I forgot the kid's name, but he plays with the Spurs. Anyway, who gives a fuck, right? Yup. Yep. Ribbit. Damn. It would have been nice if I'm running out of fucking I'm running out of I can't, my laptop's gonna run out of fucking whatchamacallit. Yeah, this is how our realm looks. Yeah, it is good to see Marcel, man. It's been a while. I don't blame Marcel for not coming around for a while. Look at it, it looks like a boner. Her Mother Earth got a nipple. Her nipple is poking out. But I really think I don't know. You know, I just think it's odd how we used to be able to travel freely back in the days, pretty much, right? The ocean was unclaimable. It was free for anyone to travel. Now, it's like everything's controlled. You can't travel freely no more. What are they hiding? That's what I want to fucking know. What are they hiding? Man, I need to get me some what are them pens called? That DMT pen. It's been a long time since I got to speak with the ancestors. People that haven't done shrooms or DMT or acid, if you can't control your mind, I advise you not to. But man, talk about lifting the veil. It's like a world that exists within a world, but you can't see it until that veil is lifted. It's one of my favorite maps right here. If I had this on my laptop, we could zoom in and see everything. This is a very good, I downloaded some very good maps like this one. It took a lot of memory, but it's because I want to explore. Anyone seen fucking Max? He don't even come by here. I could only imagine why now. People mooning his channel and all this shit, man. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? Childish shit, man. People get away with too much on the internet. I think some people need to get smacked around, man. People be like, violence ain't the answer. Oh, yeah, it is. That's one language. You either insert a little violence or they're going to keep touching the hot stove over and over, thinking a different result. You got to nip that shit in the bud. You got to, you know, people's mothers got to be like, Rook it. Anyway, why is the, oh, I was just going to say, why is the heart chakra on the feet? And then the root chakra is near the pelvis and the private. He brewed what? He brewed up a language. Hebrew, he Jew. The Kabbalah. Ah, here we go. Wow, look at that. They took two Ezekiel's wheel. They took two swastikas. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. Who else came in the chat? Let me say what's up to everyone. What's up, Jay Heighton? Hebrew Coffee. Nah. What's up, Candy? Elkamos. Yahweh. What's up, Craig? That's it. I think the link should still be there, even though I don't like leaving links, because I figured something out. To all y'all that have live streams, do not put it this way. If you're going to save the video in your StreamYard, just make sure there's no links left in the chat, because someone could hit that link. I figured this out, and the video is saved. I did it one day by me accidentally. I hit the link and I realized that by that link being out there, and if the video isn't erased and you got it in StreamYard saved, they could go into your, and there's ways they could hack into your shit, man. And I should have known this, because Bro Sanchez years and years ago figured it out, and he stopped dropping the link like that. But I should have known this ahead of time. But hey, sometimes in life you gotta learn. All right, now I could do this. Discipline. I was watching this video of a young a lot of these youths that are getting life in prison, and stories of these youths shooting their mother and like all this crazy stuff. And one mother was talking about her child and how the child was saying that he wished this and that upon her. It made me think about the times I'd argue with my mother and I'd come out the mouth like that. And I think, what a piece of shit, like, to even say something like that. Even though we're in heated arguments, I look back like, man. And you know, I've heard plenty of people say it doesn't make it right, but I look back and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? People should have utmost respect for their mother. Anyway, people should watch those crazy, these children, man. It's a little wild how this young girl went in her mom's room, picked up the spiggity bang, and they had cameras in their house, which set her up even more. And then did her thing. And I forgot why. It was over something real stupid. But on the horizon, I've been telling people back in the Middle East when they had mock cities of the
Hey,
U.S.
Charles, I'm gonna tap. You gonna be live for a minute, bro? I'm gonna tap back in.
Yeah.
I gotta commute to my daughter's softball game, bro. I'm out of here, man.
All right, True Son. Have a good day, man.
You too, bro. Peace.
Peace. What was I saying? Oh, so the LA riots. I was watching this video on Richie from Boston. He uploaded this video about the military, which I already knew about this stuff, but the U.S. government is egging people on, right? Because remember what happened last time now when people were throwing bricks? That shit was all set up. I think that was a test run for now. Now is when they're calling the Marines in, even though that's supposed to be illegal. But what did people think was going to happen when all these healthy people were coming across the border? It just didn't look right or feel right because the government okayed that. The government wants people to react. It's the dumbest chess move ever when the government gives you this open to do something. They're egging you on. They got fucking fighter jets that AI flies, right? They're manned by AI. These fighter jets are remotely flown. They don't need people no more. Whether you like it or not, an AI will destroy you, shoot you, have no feelings, and will never fail the mission. Because it has no feelings. And that's what's coming, man. I'm telling you. They're already having something here in Hartford, a protest. I'm like, these idiots, I'm not going. People are just falling for the fucking trap. And the guy made a good point. He goes, they're mad, right? He was saying the legal, this is a Mexican guy that's a U.S. citizen. He said, you mean to tell me you guys are mad you're getting kicked out of America, but you're flying a Mexican flag that you don't want to go back to Mexico, but you want to stay in America, but you're burning an American flag. Like, nothing makes sense. And it's very true. It is asinine. It don't even make sense. Hold on, I can't really see the chat. Oh, it's gonna escalate. It's already escalating. Don't listen to what the TV is saying. I mean, that's common sense. And I think some of it is AI, but most of it's real. And, you know, Trump, you already seen what they did to Iran. The military, I tried telling people this a long time ago. The military has shit you wouldn't even believe, man. They'll pull up one truck with the 50 cal and it'll annihilate 2,000 people within 3 minutes, if that. You can't be a tacticless person or group and just think you're going to show up and win. I don't want war. That's for fucking sure. Enough with the war. There's been just too much war for the last 25, 30 years. It's going to take the soldiers. Now, I think it's too late, because even if the soldiers say, fuck it, you know, they already have this technology. Probably got all this weaponry built already for them. They probably got, who knows what, tons of shit that's manless, meaning it could be run by computers and AI. So it might be too late. Even if the soldiers said enough's enough and they said we're not fighting your war no more, it don't take much anymore. But for a guy to go tick, 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 type in a few things and the AI will take over. If they got fighter jets with bombs that are flown by AI, that's wild shit, man. Well, all they got to do is type in a target and AI will fly the plane, land it perfectly, everything, drop the bomb, no problem. This is the Terminator movie right now, I'm telling you. But people won't listen. I get it. They want to drown out what I say and live in their happy-go-lucky bubble. But when that bomb's falling from the sky, it's going to pop that bubble like that. Yeah, this might not be a long stream, man. I was trying to get a good stream going, but it just might not happen, dude. Dude. Take a doo-doo in your doo-doo. Now you got your WM. I have that tattooed on my arm, believe it or not. West Main General. That's wild. And that's the Volkswagen. And that's the 369. Isn't that by Tesla? They have flipped everything upside down. They love to do that. I wish I could read that. It looks like German colors. This is in Melbourne, Australia. Bourke Street. Citizens welcome. Yeah, that wasn't temporarily built. I mean, come on, man. What do these people think? We're fucking idiots? I like how some architecture mimics the human body. As you can see here, it's mimicking the chambers in the pyramid. Damn, I got this real good picture that shows the back of the head. Actually, it's from this kid. Let me see if I can find it. It's on YouTube. Hold on. If I get knocked out, I'll be back. All right, perfect. So now I managed to find this picture. The kid name of his channel is Young and Homeless, but I think he's a shaman. That's what it says for his channel. But I found this interesting pictures, right? This was one of them. I thought that was fucking dope. How the power symbol is your cranium with the spine, the neck and brain, which is fucking awesome. And then he had this picture, which, yeah, I've always said the throne of God is your third eye. So only temple the God dwells in is in between your two temples is the throne, right? But you ain't hearing me. No, I'm joking. I love architecture. Look at that beauty. Imagine one of your family members passed away and left you something like this in your will. And this is in Detroit. This is a post office on West Fort Street. Probably don't exist anymore, but who the fuck needs a post office this big? And why would there be a tower on the post office? Is that to send mail to the heavens? Man, dude, what the fuck is going on today, dude? Well, I might stay live to 2 hours, maybe. Depends how I feel. Stuff like this makes me wonder. I mean, look at the size of this. Man, such beauty. Compared to today's boring ass architecture. This is one of my favorite buildings right here. I think this is it's a train terminal. I think this is in New York or Philly. It's one of the two. Oops. Hey. The fizzle. It's the shit I'm talking about, dude. It's the fucking shit I'm talking about. I think some of these buildings are probably older than that, Candy. Some of them. But yeah. They blame God and all this stuff, but I think they already know how to manipulate everything to the point where they could turn the torus field off, and all the water that separates the water from below and above. I think if they turn the frequency off or they manipulate it, the waters come crashing down. And I think that's why all these towers were built. So they can manipulate the weather and other things. And I also think earthquakes are man-made. I don't think there's any discs under the earth sliding or not discs, overlapping, whatever, tectonic plates. I don't think that. I think it's all natural. I mean, all natural, all man-made. And I think they've been doing this for a very long time. That's why you see like alien spaceships and all these orbs in the skies, because it's technology. I think they go underground like the slithering snakes they are, and like the parasites they are. And then when they do these resets, they gotta send like scouts out and shit to see who survived and what's left. Yeah, these people love, you know, when I seen in the Middle East, when some people that would come back from war, I would ask questions, and the amount of civilians that were slaughtered over there, these people love using their weapons. And I always tell people, if they're willing to do it to them, best bet they're willing to do it to us in a fucking heartbeat. And I think that's their next move. That's why they were training in the desert. They needed a spot where no cameras could see them. I'm gonna see today, after I put some music down, if I could dig and find that video I seen of soldiers. Yeah, look at Tesla. He accidentally created that machine that did that earthquake and toppled some buildings when he was tapping into the frequency of the building. That turned into a weapon. They said that he destroyed it. Of course they said that. And truthfully, you know, if you look at the Middle East war, I think a lot of those people over there in the desert, they were intelligent on making booms. Boom. And that's a big reason how they won. People in sandals and stuff. But then again, you know, I'm not saying the American military is completely pussy. They're not anymore because they have so much technology. And when you have technology that'll do the job for you, that's very powerful. When they said they have fighter jets that could be flown by AI, I said, oh man. Just like they have tanks that can be remotely controlled. They got drones. They have direct energy weapons. I'm not saying to be scared. This is just shit you got to be prepared for. What? Let's say they do pull a move. Is everyone prepared? Do people got food stash and this and that? I'm not trying to push fear on people. I'm just saying I always rather be prepared than unprepared. Yeah, because you ever think like why they dig all these underground tunnels? I thought maybe they dig some of these underground tunnels under major cities just for some of these devices, you know, and they would just blame Mother Nature like they always do, right? People think Mother Nature caused all these fires. Like, it's mind-blowing how the TV has taken over for people to think. A good 90% of the population don't even think for themselves anymore. The television and internet does their thinking for them. That's detrimental, man. It's to the point where I think AI is so good, people can't tell the difference between AI and reality. Because sometimes I can't. That's why I say that. You know, sometimes I'm like, wait a minute. But yeah, I've gotten that a lot, that I'm just pushing fear, and I've heard it all, man. I just try not to pay attention to negative people. I don't want to upload these negative thoughts for them to try to affect me. And I think it's wild too how they blame Satan instead of holding these people accountable, the real murderers. Like Bush. You know how many innocent women and children were annihilated in that war by Bush? Who's ever seen that video of the guy that went to Bush's speech? And he's like, "You killed my brothers." Because a Bush sent them on a mission for, we'll call them, I was going to say womb, but it's wombed weapons of mass annihilation. Well, they sent them on a mission, and that guy was the only one who lived. His whole platoon was annihilated. And he also tells the story of him shooting a rocket into a school because he was told that there were, I think it was 2 or 3 alleged terrorists were in the building. And when the smoke settled, there was hundreds of children and women gone. I mean, that's what I mean. I couldn't be a soldier. I could be a warrior, but I couldn't be a soldier, man. I just, if I don't think something isn't right, I'm not going to do it just because some fucking idiot with stripes told me to do it. I like to think for myself, and that's one issue I would have in the military. You know, they mentally beat you to make you submit. But and people call that being a man. I don't think that's being a man. To someone beat you into submission or mentally beat you into submission and you follow orders no matter what, nah, it's not being a man, it's being a bitch. No disrespect to anyone. I'm just calling it how I see it. Because there is a lot of good men that sign up to fight. I don't want to say for this country, but to fight for politicians. And I just think it's wild that the people that cause these wars because they have disagreements, they get to go to the table and nothing happens to them and sit and talk, while the real warriors die for what? Like, don't people, I wonder, you know, I didn't get to ask my grandfather how he felt when he came home and his brothers, how they felt, if they felt like anyone even cared. Like, cause I've asked other soldiers and they said, you know, when they came back, they felt as like the people didn't give a fuck. And people were spoiled. Most people had no idea what was going on overseas and blah, blah, blah. But I guess they got to realize what they signed up for, man. I don't know. I just know one thing. Look at this bad boy. It's a beautiful piece of architecture. I know the war don't leave them PTSD. I could only imagine the nightmares they have. I was in a few situations in my life using the art of war, and I had nightmares for years. And if you're not able to shake it, it could break you. And I understand their pain. They feel used up because that's exactly what the government does, man. They use these soldiers. They use them up, and when they come home, they just throw them away, man. That's got to be a shitty feeling. Like even my grandpa had a pension with, I think it was Colts, because he used to make guns too. My grandfather was a cop, but for a short time, and a prison guard for a short time. But it was wild to hear my grandpa say those things. And he used to walk the beat. He said the police department had like 2 cars, 3 cars. But my grandpa served, I forgot how many years. I think it was 8 in the battleship. I don't remember what battleship it was, but he was proud of it. And he fought in the Korean War. What's up, S? Peace. Yeah, the only winners are the politicians because they get what they want. They consider it a win. But as far as the people fighting the war, nobody wins. Ever. And I know people are getting sick and fucking tired of sending their children to die for what? They're always indoctrinating the children. And then when people get old, they create these old folks' homes to get rid of people. Because by the time people get to that old age, they see the light, man. They see things for what they are. And God forbid if these old people interfere with their agendas. Because look at the old age. Like, people don't even live to be that old anymore. In my opinion, I'm sick and tired of a lot of shit, but it ain't gonna change nothing by me being sick and tired of it. I remember my friend's uncle was a Marine, and it was in the 80s. I forgot where he was stationed, but I think it was somewhere. I'll ask my friend's uncle when I talk to him, because I see him a lot. And it's his brother. And he was a Marine. And one day I was like, fuck the military, right? But I didn't know he was a Marine. You know, the dude was about to light me up. It was my friend's uncle. But, you know, I have a lot of respect for him after, you know, because I didn't mean no disrespect to him, you know. I'm talking about the higher ups and stuff that send these young men to die. But anyway, my friend's uncle wasn't supposed to take this guy's post. It was like a hotel they were stationed at. But he had just finished his post, and somebody asked him if he could take their post because they had to like do something. And he was telling me if he didn't take that post, he would have died with all his platoon because they bombed that hotel. And by him taking that post, he lived. And man, imagine that, bro, your life. He didn't want to take the post, but something made him take it. I don't know. But it fucked him up to the point where he felt like something to the point where he didn't think he deserved to live. He felt bad that all his men died with him. This is the shit that soldiers live with. Yeah, soul dies. Just like when people say they go to church to worship, or is it a worship? By you worshiping and picking a side, you're literally going to war with yourself. That's why I stay neutral, because I know on both sides. People live in illusion in religion. They think they're all good. They don't accept the fact that they're both what we call good and evil, right? That's just what it is, man. I've accepted that long time ago. I accepted that 16 past lives ago. Church spelled backwards is almost church. I like the word level, because if you spell it backwards, it's still level. And the definition of level just makes it even more dope. What time is it? 11:02. Let me show these couple more pictures, and if no one comes up, I think I'll just jump off. Look at this wall I found. I don't remember where this is, but this fucking wall is huge, and I found some old pictures of it. Look at that. Now, I don't know if they just took a picture like this and then turned it dark, because that's the same building in the background, literally. Look at that. Woo! Man. Fucking amazing. Look at that. I mean, come on. And look at the towers for each wall. I mean, this stuff is so intricately made. It puts anything we got today to shame. And then they'll knock it down and put a fucking outhouse. Yeah. And they'll be like, that's a masterpiece. These masons, these stone masons, nobody's got nothing on these stone masons. Nope, not today. I don't care what you could 3D laser print. Now maybe some of this stuff was 3D laser printed, but this stuff's immaculate. Do. Maybe I should play this song on the way out. Could be Italia, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go live later. But I just don't feel like rambling on anymore. I think maybe I'll try to write another verse. I don't know. Jared Jaguar wrote, they always have people looking over in Egypt instead of looking at the pyramids elsewhere. There's all sorts of evidence in America, but all they do is pump out Egypt, 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 Egypt. Just like instead of looking in our own country, they got you looking outside of the country. Instead of looking within for God, they got you looking outside yourself. It's always with everything. I'm starting to see. They got you looking outside the country for the enemy, but they're right in our face. But peace to Marcel, Not Know, Jay Heighton, Candy, Elkamos, Yahweh. I thought Yahweh would have came up and chilled, but maybe he's busy. Peace to Craig. And True Zone, thanks for coming up, man. And Three Fingers, thanks for trying to come up. I hope you get those headphones fixed. Or try to come up without them. Who else came by? Tommy Rogers. Much respect to everyone. I broke the code? What code is that? The only code I follow is respect. That's why I don't join gangs or organizations or lodges, because I'm my own man. I don't follow other people's orders. Only orders I ever follow are the orders given from within myself. It's all right, Yahweh. I'll probably go live in a little while. I just want to do a few things, and then I got nothing else to do in my schedule. So I'll probably definitely go live around, I don't know, a couple hours. But it was good to see everyone. You too, Tommy, Craig, Marcel. It's good to see you. I hope your garden's growing good. Hope everyone's doing good, even the haters. And I'll check you out next time. I will be going live in a few hours for sure. So if anyone wants to come back, keep an eye open. I'll have an open panel and people could talk. It'll be an open panel, open discussion for any topic. Peace out.